Alright, welcome back guys. Now let's go and do the mission, the Guns of Savo Island, on very hard difficulty.
On the 28th of May, the Allies achieve an important victory at Midway, breaking the Japanese advance in the South Pacific, as well as equalizing their naval forces with the destruction of 4 Japanese aircraft carriers. But in July 1942, Allied naval intelligence sounds the alarm. The Japanese have constructed an airfield on the largest of the Solomon Islands, Guadalcanal, from where they could continue their offensive. The Allied High Command draws up a plan to take the island, codenamed Operation Watchtower, the largest amphibious assault since the beginning of the war. But there is an important obstacle in their way, the island of Savo, located north of Guadalcanal. Strongly fortified, the island is bristling with heavy artillery, protected in underground tunnels, safe from the attack of bombers. In these conditions, any landing attempt at Guadalcanal would be a massacre. The island of Savo is the key to Guadalcanal.
Stop! We're close enough. We've come to destroy the cannons, not the other way round.
Let's examine the map. Okay, aerial defense, Coast Guard, lookouts, AA guns. I'll need explosives. There's a munitions hut where we'll surely find something to your liking.
Damn, I think they've seen us. There!
Nah, I don't think he's an enemy. He looks more like a castaway. Yes, I agree, and he doesn't look good. We should go and see who he is.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, and now we're set loose onto the mission. Let's quickly go over the objectives before we start. Rescue the Allied pilot. Alright, so he's right here in this cage, which is... it's kind of hidden in the central area of the map. Let me quickly show you. So he's somewhere around here. You just cannot see the cage. I have to rotate the screen maybe. In any case, that's gonna be objective number 1. Then we need to get explosives and destroy the guns. Explosives we get in this little shack in here, I think. So let me see if I can find this. Alright, so it's I think one of these doors right here. And this is going to be an important beach. We're gonna probably start our attack from here. Let's see the other objectives first though. Destroy the guns, that is the main one. The guns are right underneath this place here. It is kind of this is kind of the strange part of the mission though. The reason is being the game doesn't really tell you how to access this this place. You would think, and this is where I've seen a lot of players not get it wrong, but expand unnecessary effort. In my point of view, lots of people think because the guns are below here, they should enter this place. And this is a tough area to clear, lots of enemies and stuff. Also, in order to open this door, you kind of have to use a blowtorch, which is another very difficult part. There is a blowtorch. Let's see if I can remember where this is. Let me rotate the screen. Yes, on this beachfront, there is a blowtorch somewhere in here. I'm gonna show you guys how to avoid all this extra effort. I don't even think we're gonna need the blowtorch or anything like that. We're just gonna need to go to this area. Remember, this is where we get the explosives, and if we enter the other area, we can kind of come up here. This is where the Allied pilot is. And this is the place that you want to access. Right, it is locked right now, so we need to find a key. But if you go in here, you can go underground this way and come all the way to the guns. Right, and which are... yeah, I'm kind of getting confused myself. Which are over here. And go underground all the way here, and that's the best way to access things. Now the key part is getting a key for this door, and that is something that an officer has in this building. Right, this is an underground bunker. Again, you go down and you'll find an officer. But let's get things started. First things first, we need to just approach this guy, see what he's about. So let's get the diver. Let's quick save first. And just straight up go to the beach. You do not need to worry about this guy, he's kind of blind. As you can see, he is watching essentially nothing here. So you can just safely ignore him and just cruise up to the to the coast?
Yeah.
All right, let's make contact.
Aye, sir. Ooh, I'm Sergeant Wilson of the Light Brigade, Lancers Division, serving under Her Majesty, Queen Victoria. Oh, I don't remember my number. Did you bring tea? Oh, no. Oh, it's inexcusable. I've been waiting for a cup of tea for 20 years. Well, the last one that fell from the sky had no tea either. Oh, now the demons have put him into soak. This island, you know, my island, it's full of demons, you know. They respect me, but they'll skin you alive if they catch you. Hide behind the vegetation, don't you know, and they'll not see you. Oh, and you'll soon hear the thunders. There are thunders every day, you know, and you'll hear the thunders in the tunnels too, so you can't sleep. I'll help you with my trumpet if you can silence the thunders forever, you know.
Alright, so that guy seems to be very much crazy. Actually, I don't know if he provided any intel, any useful intel at all, but it is part of the game that we need to make contact with him, I think. It's one of the objectives. It's one of the clues, rather. So I don't know, but in any case, I'm gonna show you the secondary objectives as well, so why not? Now though, let's get into the meat of the game. This is a pretty large island. Lots of enemies. Like if I open the minimap here, you're gonna see it's full of red stuff, right? So about 1 million enemies here, and you could spend a lot of time just trying to figure out how to do this this mission. We're just gonna focus on the critical parts here. We're just gonna try and storm some key areas. For example, I'm gonna start by trying to take out these guys here. This beach is very lightly guarded, as you're gonna see. There's not too many guys, and those that are here, I'm not really paying too much attention. This guy being the main culprit because he's moving around. Also watch out for that shark here.
I'm fully qualified.
So I'm gonna try. I don't even think I need to dive.
I'm going.
I'm just gonna try to get over to this side, because this is the, well, the loneliest part. Oh, hold on. That was a mistake. Did I sound the alarm, I wonder? We'll see. We'll find out very soon.
As easy as pie.
Yep, we have to reload, I guess. Let me do that again. Who is the culprit? Who's the one who sees me? Hold on. Well, in any case, let's put on the diving suit maybe before we leave.
I'm fully qualified.
Because you saw that I started running out of air. The reason being I have not put on my diver's uniform yet. So let's try do that instead this time. And now let's dive. It's gonna be maybe tricky to avoid the shark. Let's see. Hopefully he's not attracted to us too soon. Excellent. Well, if you are patient, you can avoid him. Shouldn't be too tough. I'm gonna go right up to the edge.
As easy as pie.
And now let's go out. Quickly duck down.
I'm going.
I'm gonna try to hide in... Who is this guy? Oh, there's a guy here. Totally forgot about him. Alright, so now this guy, let's use the cigarettes to attract his attention. Maybe that was a bit too risky. I put it too close to me. In any case, it worked out. Let's grab the... well, we could grab him as well. He doesn't have anything useful. I might as well just throw him in the water. Hopefully nobody else can see me now. This guy. No, we're kind of safe. Alright, let's quick save. And now let's start taking out the other guys.
Yeah.
Now these two guys are kind of guarding each other, so let's see. We could take out this guy first. I could take out this guy. Or I could just throw the cigarettes over here, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy doesn't seem to like cigarettes. Interesting. So we might have to be quick about it. Let's see.
In a moment.
Let's see if I can do this a bit of an action way, maybe. Let's get close to him. This guy will not be able to see me. But if I'm able to quickly go up to him and punch him, maybe.
If you like.
I'm gonna park it here for a while, see what it does. I don't remember exactly how to beat this part of the game, but I'm sure the speech is the key, so...
If you like.
Let's wait for him maybe to stop watching again. You know what I could do? I could even duck into this little alley here. Yeah, that is an idea. Let's see if we can do that. As soon as he goes away... Oh, he is already smoking. That's why he wasn't attracted by cigarettes, by the way. It would be nice if we had a wine bottle. That would work on this guy, but we don't, so... Let's be a bit more patient here. Alright, now's our chance.
Yeah.
Alright, now hold on, there might be other guys here, so let's be careful. Oh, he's seen us. Hold on, I had to not run. That's the mistake I did. As soon as you run, you make footprints, right? If you crawl, you don't. I could even hide in here, maybe. Now, let's see, let's improvise a bit. Can I hide in here and emerge as soon as this guy passes me? Well, looks like a good tactic. Oh, well, we're emerged though.
It's done.
Alright, now do these guys see each other? They don't. So I can safely murder them.
I'm going.
Alright, some mines. I'm not gonna use them probably, but why not? Let's take them. And some cigarettes. Let's see how many cigarettes I can collect in this mission. I remember there's quite a lot of smokers on this island. I think we can dump bodies in here, by the way. You do not need to leave them lying around. You can just safely store them there. Let's do a hard save as well. Alright, now, obviously now next we're gonna take care of this guy. We're clearing essentially a path towards this side here. There's two guys guarding the area behind him. There's this soldier and this officer. They regularly come and check on him. Well, they do not check on him exactly, but they do look towards him.
I'm going.
So I'm gonna have to maybe be patient, wait for them to have one conversation. Yeah, let's wait for them to finish what they do, because they kind of look at each other, look towards him, I think, at one point. Alright, should be safe now to take him out. Quickly dump him here. I don't know, we might even be able to take him out quickly. Nope. That was a bit too ambitious.
In a moment.
But you get the gist of what I'm trying to do, I guess. Let's switch camera so we can see what's going on here. The other guys are kind of blind, they're not watching them. It's just these two guys we have to worry about. Let's wait for them to have their little chit-chat here. And as soon as he walks away, maybe let's punch this guy, that makes less sound. Maybe get his bullets. I wonder if I can put him alive in the bushes. It seems like I can, nice. Alright, now we'll take care of the officer.
In a moment. I'm going.
All right. Another one bites the dust. Always check the bodies. Some officers have keys and stuff, so don't want to miss out on these. All right, now we have access to this place. Let's do a hard save. Let's check what's going on before we go in.
Yeah.
Now, there's quite a lot of movement here. These guys do not turn around too much, but this guy is very mobile right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was a bit too ambitious, so let's rewind that.
I'm fully qualified.
It might take some trial and error.
Uh-huh.
So maybe kill this guy and take him outside so this guy cannot see him.
Mm-hmm.
I might be trying to do too much right now. Alright, let's just quickly murder this guy outside here. Might grab some bullets if you want to. Probably not gonna be necessary, but why not? Alright, let's head in again. Alright, let's now take care of the next guy.
I'm going.
Alright, no reason to let them live, so let's quickly dispose of them.
Yeah.
Now the reason I'm here is that I think I remember there are some bombs. Yes, they are very important. You need at least 3 bombs in this mission in order to successfully make the plan, do the plan that I'll show you. Also take these bombs always. In case you don't know, pro tip, these bombs are kind of loud. These are grenades, so they're not very useful for stealthy players. These, however, the Molotov cocktails, they do not make a sound really, so you can use them kind of like knives. They are very, very useful. So, let's see anything else. No, I think we're done with this area. And now we're gonna focus on to the next one. If I go in here, we'll go through a little area that eventually leads outside there.
On the case.
So let's head in. Oh, that was not a good idea.
In a moment.
Now let's wait for this guy to turn around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you have to be kind of fast because this guy turns around and watches and will catch you red-handed if you don't do this fast. Alright, now let's see. Do these guys have anything useful? Maybe let's take the bullets.
I'm going. I'm going.
Alright, so now we're just casually murdering everybody here. Oh, there's another bomb here. Alright, let's clear this area out and then I'm gonna bring the rest of my crew because I do not have any room to carry any more things. Just remember to punch everybody. Do not knife them, because that makes a lot of noise. Obviously, the last guy you can just safely knife. These guys do not have anything interesting on them. Hold on, I need my knife.
I'm going.
Alright, and we're fine. So now we can exit the other area. First though,
Okay.
Let's quickly go back and bring these guys along. Now that we've cleared one beachhead,
Okey-dokey.
they can safely swim towards me.
Let's go.
I usually like to do the entire missions with the minimum amount of commandos. Like, I usually just use the diver. But in this case,
Let's go.
some other members are gonna come in handy. Actually, everybody's gonna come in handy. You'll see why. Even the green bear, which I often not use.
Go.
He's kind of the strong guy, so he's gonna have to carry something. You'll see. Alright, now let's everybody get in here, maybe.
Righto.
And now let's give the bombs to the sapper. He's the only one who can use them anyway, so we might as well. The grenades as well. Let's give the
I'm going.
Molotov cocktails to Tread. Oh, and we also have some mines that we can give to the sapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's access this box one final time with the sapper. Get the extra bombs, and I think we got everything we need now. Now we might as well take the ladder.
Phew.
I don't see that we're gonna be using it, but we might as well.